Good morning. If you want to see how we restored this 100% cedar grilling table with folding legs with an optional brace, stay tuned, because that's what we're going to do today. Well, welcome to another Memphis Money 359, year 7. Today we got another restoration project. Got an old folding cedar grilling table. You know, I actually built it several years ago, and it's falling apart. The boards are coming off the top, and it looks really bad. So we're gonna see if we can't fix that up today. So let's knock off the chit chat and get to work. Here's a little drawing of our table. The legs are fold up inside the main case here. Interesting story on this. I actually copied it from my friend's table, which is exactly like it. And I discovered when I reproduced it that all the parts, all the bolts and all the hardware are all available at Lowe's. The wood, the hardware, everything. The legs fold up inside. And I added this cross member here to stabilize the legs. It's not really needed, but I put it in there anyway. Let's go take a look at the table. Here's the table. You can see that it's, it's finish is badly worn. This big problem right now when the boards are coming off of the top up here, and it's kind of an emergency. I needed to use this table, so I just drove nails in there, and now I need to take those nails out. Put down on the there's a look at the top. You see those big nails they put in there. This is how the legs work. Those legs are attached to the frame, and the legs just fold up. And you got these thumb screws right here to you can tighten them up so that the legs don't flop around on you. And for ordinary times that works good, but if you can use it as a work table, you really need to have something more substantial. That's the reason I put this cross brace on. The table is really designed to just to be a little table where you put your grilling tools and supplies and stuff on, and it doesn't really have to be super strong or stable. But I use it for more heavy-duty stuff, so I put this crossbar in. You can see how it works. There's got a hanger bolt stuck into the end of that crossbar, and it goes into a slot. Let me show you the slot. Here you can see the slot, and so that bolt just comes up out of there like that. And here you can see the end of the crosspiece is cut at the same angle as the legs. And then the legs fold down like this. And it's cedar, it's nice and light, and so forth. Well, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm just going to disassemble this thing completely, and so we can get a better idea of what we got. You know how when I restore something, I'm always bad-mouthing the guys who built it. Well, I built this, and I held these boards on with joist hanger nails, and every one of them split the board. I'm putting myself on report. I got 3 different kind of fasteners here, and none of them work. I got brads. Apparently I tried these brads and they didn't work. So then I went to staples, these long galvanized staples. They didn't rust or anything, but they didn't hold the top on. And I guess I got frustrated and fired in some joist hanger nails. Now they probably would have held, except they cracked the board every place I used them. Now, I don't expect any of you to screw up this bad, but if you ever do, if you get a crack like that, all you got to do is open it up. So I split it apart here with a screwdriver and a chisel. Put some glue down in it, and make sure you work that glue all the way through the crack. So you got to open it up pretty far. And then it's just a matter of gluing it up like a normal glue up. And once you sand it, you'll never be able to tell there was a crack. And it'll be just as strong as the original wood, even stronger. Well, I must have noticed that I was cracking that wood and stopped putting those nails in, because I only put 8 nails in, and I only have 6 cracked boards. So I got those glued up there. Here's the rest of the wood. I'm going to run it through my drum sander. That board on the end right there. This is one of the frame boards, and it's got these blocks glued in, so I can't ordinarily run it through the sander. But what I'm doing is I'm taking some of the leg components and stacking them in here. They're the same thickness, same wood, like that. And then I can run it through the sander that way. Let's give that a try. Cedar's pretty soft and should sand pretty good. Well, I got all the parts through the drum sander, and I rounded over the edges. The original was a copy, and it didn't have rounded over edges, and so I didn't round over the edges, but I think it looks better when the edges are rounded over. So what I'm doing now is sanding it. I'm only sanding it to 120. I might take it down to 220, but I'll see. Right now I'm just going to 120. I got all the sanding done, and I went ahead and put some stain and some varnish on it. Here's the stuff I used, spar varnish. I'm going to take these parts that I've halfway finished here and put this thing back together, and then after it's put together, then we can put another another round of spar varnish on it. And I'm not going to use any glue. What I'm going to do is hold the whole thing together using these 1.25" deck screws. These screws are already, the screw holes are already pre-drilled and countersunk. That was, I left the old holes, so I'll just be able to use the old holes. And then this thing doesn't get a whole lot of strength out of this cross member anyway. The real strength comes from the deck boards that go across the top. That's where it'll get all its strength. After I put these screws in, I'll make sure that the thing is squared up before I put the put the top boards on. I got my frame square, and here I've been putting on this first board. This is really the important one because it has to be truly square with the frame. So I've been using normal stuff, just using a triangle and checking the back side, make sure it's the same distance back here. I've also set up this cleat, which is 3/4 inch. So I'll be able to line my boards up on that cleat. So they'll be all the right distance. Now I'm attaching these boards with deck screws, and I'm pre-drilling them and countersinking them, of course. So now it's just a question of lining these boards up. Now what I've done is I've rounded over the ends here going both ways so that I can pick the best side to be up. Because remember, we had 7 boards. We had 7 boards that were cracked. One of them was cracked all the way through. I think it was this one. It was in 2 pieces. here I'm just taking the cleat off. I just have it tacked up in there. Now while I got it up this way, I'll go ahead and sand off this top. This is 220. Oh, that'll give me a good base to put my next coat of spar varnish down. Now the attachment of these legs is real simple. I got this carriage bolt that just goes through that hole, and it goes through the leg. Then a washer goes on it. And then importantly, this little thumb screw. When you don't use the leg brace, you can just tighten down these thumb screws and it will work. For light duty, works fine. Okay, now I'm putting the leg cross braces in. Now this is the best way to do this is to close the legs, because these cross braces will keep the legs at the right distance apart so that the thing will close. Let's see if our cross brace works. Okay, this cross brace fits right up in here. And I didn't do this when I took it off, but remember I tried to take it off without taking that nut off. That nut, it's got to be off or you'll break it, like I almost did. It goes in from the top. Then this one slides in. Put a washer on it. Alrighty, let's take it down and put some more spar varnish on it and take a look at it. You know, somebody's going to tell me in the comments, you know, Memphis, you don't usually put spar urethane on cedar. And I'm going to say, yep, I know. But I'm in charge here at the Memphis Applegate shop, and so I can do whatever I want. Well, there's a little grilling table from Memphis Money 359. It's 100% cedar. You can use the leg brace on the bottom or not. It's foldable. The top is attached with 1.25" deck screws. No glue. So the thing not only is it foldable and collapsible, but you can take it apart and repair it. Simple, easy to build, durable, and functional. Overall, I'm real satisfied. Well, that does it for Memphis Money 359, our 47th week of our 7th year. Today we restored that little cedar table. You know, we Built this thing, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. I left it outside and it got all messed up. Today we really ruggedized it. We attached the top with screws, and we really beefed it up. And I think it's gonna be real useful. So can't think of anything else. Just a straightforward job. Like and favorite and share, and all the stuff you do on the internet. But of course, I don't have Twitter, email, website, Facebook, all that stuff that everybody else does. I don't have any of that. No drone. I don't have a drone. All we do is have a cup of coffee, chill out, and get a little work done. All right, that's all I got. Thanks for playing along.